How's it going, folks? So I am super duper excited here. The band Wings of Steel are back. They have a brand new song here called Winds of Time, and a new album on the way as well, which I believe is also called Winds of Time. Now, I thoroughly loved their debut full-length album. I thought it was phenomenal. They have such a great sound, and so I instantly became a big fan. So I am just super stoked to check out this new song, hear how they're going to follow up that killer debut full-length album. And yeah, so I mean, without further ado, and buckle up, this bad boy, it looks like it's about 10 minutes long. So yeah, get comfy, and let's check this out, shall we? Rangers, go.
Bounce it off as liberty, camouflage democracy, fight, kill, living fast in travesty, falsify humanity, transform triumphantly, beat you down. Fire smoke and strategy, confiscate reality, camouflage democracy. see the shadow of the rainbow, the rider of the wind, who pays the price for power, who's left to play the fool. To them you're just a number, subjected by their rules.
Wow. First thing I'll say is these folks really give me a hair envy. I mean, the way they're just out there, just showing it off, swinging their hair, all that good stuff. I take it personal. I feel like they're just throwing it in my face, that they have these like wonderful locks of hair and stuff. So, anywho, wow, one heck of a first single for an upcoming album. I mean, they're shooting for the moon, like right off the rip, and I dig it because it's almost like they're saying they're not coasting after their previous album. It's like they're pushing the envelope. They're continuing like forward, like full force and everything. It's not just like, oh, okay, we had success in the last album, like this works for us, let's just kind of ride the wave. Like again, like it really feels like they're pushing the envelope here. And what an epic dynamic song with there's so much in there, like that main guitar riff, like how the song starts out. I mean, it's aggressive. It wouldn't feel out of place like on a Judas Priest album or something. I love that, like quick paced heavy metal kind of riff with a bit of thrashy elements in there, and it's just aggressive. And then like after all of that, they end up going into like a heavy, almost like a breakdown sort of rhythm and beat with that heaviness. And then the song in a lot of parts also gets a bit almost like somber or reflective. I mean, there's just so much movement throughout this song, so much feeling, but it was woven together really, really well to feel like one piece, but just like with different movements within, like how you have like a classical piece that's like, it's one piece, but you have your different movements throughout, different emotive sounds and feelings and stuff like that, but it's still like one concise work. And that's how I feel about this song. Man, the vocals, like I love this dude's voice. Like he's just so like adaptable, or not I don't know if that's the word I'm looking for, but just like he has so much like personality and character with his voice, the way he delivers stuff and his range, and he's not content to just kind of sing the lines. Like he really puts a lot into it, and that also contributes to just the dynamic sound of not only just the song, but like the band itself, is the way that he handles those lead vocals. And he really does so much and works so well within the context of the songs, and just adding so much extra there again with just his movements and the range and his delivery. It's just awesome. Like the dude rocks, and this song really kind of showcases a lot of what he's capable of. And then also the guitar work in this song, Lord have mercy, was it awesome. Again, you got those heavy riffs, you got like the breakdown kind of riffs, you got insane like solos, like shredding solos. And then again, in those more like somber, emotive sections, like the guitar itself even is emotive in the way it's played and the notes. And, it just, it holds so much power in it, and the way it's portrayed, and then you get, it kind of goes back into like some solos again, but like still retaining a bit of that emotion from before. Like the first shredding solo section was just kind of quick pace, matched the kind of first part of the song with that aggression. But then when things kind of get dialed back a bit and just get much more like reflective and somber and stuff, the guitar matches that tone beautifully. And then even when you get like the solos in there, and it kind of starts bridging the gap between like the two kind of styles, the heavy aggressive and the more somber emotive, it slowly starts ramping up, and it just really awesome the way that they did that. And it just packs a punch. It really, really engages the listener, and you feel like you're just along for the ride. And it's just really awesome. I mean, the guitar work was just insane. I mean, I was like hanging off every note. It was just that good. And the drummer though too, was definitely holding up their side of the project or whatnot. I mean, the drum work was killer. I love the beats, and then like, of course, like with like the tempo having to adjust depending on the section, you get the nice heavy kind of aggressive thrashy kind of drums that are a bit rollicking. You get some awesome fills in there. The drum work was also just phenomenal. I mean, all the way around, like so much talent here in this band, and the way that they constructed this song, it's a journey. Like it's an epic. And the only thing I will say is, and y'all know if you have watched my channel for a long time, like I struggle sometimes with like repetition. And there in the chorus, if it could be considered the chorus, because again, there's so much happening. It almost feels disingenuous to even call any part of this song like the chorus. But like, what I think it would be most akin to like a chorus for this song is when they sing "Ride the Winds of Change" like 4 times, like for the chorus, and it feels like with so much dynamic stuff happening all throughout the song. It just feels like it almost doesn't do justice or service to the song by having that chorus part just repeating "Ride the Winds of Change" so many times, like 4 times in a row. One thing that does help is again the vocalist, the way that he kind of delivers and stuff that helps lessen the blow. It's not just like verbatim every time. He adds a little bit extra or different like nuance like each time he says it, but still it just feels like it kind of takes a little bit out of the song in that moment. Like when you just get that, it feels like a pause where you're kind of like, okay, and then it kind of starts moving again and again like just evolving and stuff. But that section, it feels out of context, that repetition there from the rest of the song. But it's not bad. I think like even if like the lyrics were kind of different in there, and then "Ride the Winds of Change," like I say that like maybe a couple times, 1 or 2 times, but like have different lyrics like interspersed in between just to kind of change it up a little bit. Yeah, but that's talk about like just a minor critique. Yeah, I mean, one heck of a song. Really is a journey, and wow, insanely impressive. I was already stoked, but hearing this, like I said, feels like they're really pushing the envelope. They're taking the what's the word I'm looking for? Like the energy or the there's a word I'm looking for here, but the momentum from the previous album and just really running with it instead of just keeping things the same. So that's awesome. I'm so stoked that they're back and they got a new album on the horizon here. And yeah, I cannot wait. So wow, super impressive. Really, really dug it. These folks, I mean, talk about a talented bunch. But let me know, folks, in the comments down below, what did you think of this song here? What did you think? Did you hear their previous full-length album? If not, I highly, highly recommend you check that out. And are you looking forward to the new album? Let's talk about it all, and I'll catch you next time. Ranger, out.